And I was like, oh my God. And the audience was like, wait, what's going on? And then I explained to them how it happened. And then I got into the jokes. But I said to them, like, yeah, this is what it's about. We all want to be seen. We just all want to be loved. And I think we're getting into a place, right, where we can tell the difference between a joke and a racist comment.
Yeah.
And I think that in the 70s and 80s, those racist jokes, kind of got popular, and then they kind of became like, oh, that's what you're doing. It's like, no, that's not what we do. That's by the way, it's not even a joke. What's the difference between a blank and a blank? That's not a joke. That's just mean, cruel, racist, intended to show your place. What we do is celebratory. So yeah, I'm so excited, man, to be working and honing this new act. And so this is going to be a special really soon, and be ready for it, because it's going to be one of those that everybody's going to be talking about. Everybody's going to go, yeah, everybody's going to say, because what I'm doing on stage right now is just different than anything I've ever done. I go to places like Birmingham, Alabama, and it's literally almost 30% white, 30% Latino, 30% black, 10% other. I mean, they're just so diverse. And it's because this material is connecting, and it's not, hey, if you're on the right, or hey, if you're on the left, or hey, if you're stupid in this. It's like, hey, we're all amazing, and we're all stupid. We're all beautiful, and we're all ugly. We're all fat. It doesn't matter who you are. And so talking about that stuff and bringing it together has not just changed me, but it has changed my perspective on comedy, because for a while there, it wasn't as fun, because everybody was looking for the reason not to be happy, the reason not to laugh.
You're absolutely right, because it seemed like almost Dave Chappelle was the only one who could kind of get away with that stuff,
right?
And
so even he supposedly went too far. Like but that's the way they are, right? They love you, and then they flip on you. And so you just have to be. I think that you just have to always come from a place of love. And a place of like, look, we're celebrating this. And look, my aunt does this. My cousin does this. You know what I mean? We have a transgender in my family. I have this niece who, she was born with a penis and a vagina. She chose to be a girl, but she still has a penis and a vagina. And so like, we laugh at her all the time. You know what I mean? She tells us on purpose all the time, go fuck yourself, because she wants us to tell her the same. Because whenever she says that to us, and then we go fuck yourself, she goes, I can. And we're like, oh man. So she like sets us up for that. But it's it's celebratory. It's not, she's a weird person. She's a gift from the universe or God. And whatever you think, that's what it is. So, it's talking about that stuff and having everybody okay without, remember back in the day, this is when you know that those things were not jokes, they were racist. When there was an actual joke that used to be, how do all jokes that white people tell start?
Oh.
And it's like, okay, so now you even realize that the joke wasn't even a joke. It was just some bullshit racist comment that you're about to throw out there. And so I think that, people are beginning to, for me anyway,
right,
come to my shows and just go, look, as long as you like get all of us, man, as long as you talk about all of us, and it's not just a stereotype or a caricature, as long as some of the stuff that you say just hits it home. And so that's where I'm at, man. It's amazing. I've never been better, never been happier, never been funnier.
That's what's up. Legendary Carlos Mencia. Can't wait. Miami
Appreciate
Improv. Can't wait, brother. Improv. Get your tickets to see this legend. Let me make sure I have the right improv, because we have two improvs here in South Florida.
This is the one in Dania Beach.
Oh, okay. Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale,
right? Fort Lauderdale Improv. Carlos Mencia, Fort Lauderdale Improv. Make sure you get your tickets. Pull up to see this legend in comedy, acting, screenwriting, and so much more. Thank you so much for your time. See you at the Fort Lauderdale Improv this weekend, brother.
Thanks, man.
Good stuff, brother. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. See you. Likewise.
Thanks, man.